Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Pring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/JoycePringTV. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joycepring.com/collections for my digital products and courses. You know, because we have a call to share the gospel to everybody, to make disciples of all nations, and that also includes our family. How do you balance that? How do you balance answering the call of sharing the gospel to your loved ones, to everybody, to your family members especially, while at the same time respecting their boundaries or their own belief systems or even their own journeys with the Lord?
Yeah. Ako kasi parang, yun nga, I build a relationship first with people before sharing. And then when I share, it's like I'm sharing and planting seeds, but hindi ko pinipilit. I don't force. Like parang, with God kasi diba, He never forced us to love Him. We love Him genuinely lang. So, I think it has to come to a point na people will accept Christ in their own timing. Diba? Sometimes it comes in our lowest times, yung accepting Jesus. But as long as you're there to share with Him, and like parang ministry of presence, being with Him all throughout the journey. So, yeah. So, that's how I would share, and I wouldn't force. Parang I would respect pa rin their beliefs, and parang meeting them where they are. Probing questions, asking questions. Why don't you believe in this area? So parang yun, I would really ask questions.
That's a really good one also. Like, keep asking
Yeah.
questions, no? Parang curiosity over judgment.
Oo,
Na
yeah.
parang instead of saying na, mali yan eh.
Kaya nga, and tsaka parang listening to them. Listening and learning to seek to understand where they're coming from.
Yeah. And listening to really understand, not to try and convert.
Yeah, not to convert, and not to parang there's no agenda, but just really listening and understanding where they're coming from.
Yeah. I think there's a balance between talaga yung being biblically sound, as in proclaiming the truth, right? And doing so in love. And I think the only way that you can really do that is if you've already established a genuine relationship, love and care for this person. That they know na, you know what? For example, I have one of my girlfriends who is so different from me, as in polar opposite na belief system, polar opposite na lifestyle. And one of the biggest blessings of my life with my relationship with her is when she told me, I know that you don't agree with how I live, but I appreciate that you love me still. And I think that's our goal, right? Our goal is always proclaiming the truth, always sharing the gospel, while at the same time meeting with people the way that Jesus met with people, which is
True.
He would always sit with people that
Yeah.
were so not like Him.
Yeah.
Diba?
He dined with the tax collectors, with the sinners. So, we're all here to love people genuinely.
Tsaka siguro good advice din yung pag ayaw sumama sa church, huwag mo na i-shame. Baka kasi inaayaw mo sa church, no? Tapos, ano ba yan? Ikaw nakakapagpuyat ka sa ganito pero hindi ka makapag-church. Meron kasi akong mga experience na gano'n, di ba? So parang, if you keep inviting, that's good. If you keep getting rejected, that's fine. Just keep inviting. But, wag mo sigurong i-shame na, may time ka sa ganito, pero wala kang time mag-church. Di ba? Nakarinig na ako ng mga ganyan. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I've
But
heard
kasi
that.
sobrang passionate mo na, hindi, dapat mag-church, dapat makilala mo si Jesus. But yun nga eh, I think when we understand that it is the Holy Spirit's work to remove the scales from people's eyes, to transform hearts, and to transform lives, and that God will not let go of the people that He has chosen, then we won't have that pressure anymore na I need to convert this person. Because all we really are messengers. And we are people who were once starving that are now pointing others, saying, this is where the bread of life is. You have to come and follow me. If you don't want to come and follow me, that's fine. But I'm telling you, this is where the bread of life is, right? I want to ask you now, though, what advice would you give to someone who wants to share the gospel to their loved ones, but are still kind of on the fence and are still afraid, especially if they have family members that might be, how would I put it, medyo volatile or siguro aggressive towards Christians or aggressive towards the Christian faith? How can they share the gospel to those kinds of people?
Ako first, parang you really need to grasp the love of Christ for you, diba? Once you've grasped that, parang you'll be able to share that love to other people. So, ako, parang, honestly, like, I can relate. I still have family members that I haven't shared with, and parang, I've been praying for opportunities, pero parang, Lord, how will He take it? Parang ganon. But, I think number one is, really persevere in prayer. Like, yung Acts 16 verse 31, I've been holding on to. If one is saved, everyone in my household will be saved. So, that's one promise that I'm holding on to. But yun nga, praying for opportunities and praying for their hearts to be open would be one. And then second is prepare yourself as well on how to share it. Like, for example, like, sa house, I've been praying for my dad's salvation. Ganun. But, parang may fear pa rin eh. May fear pa rin ako. And, like, ito recently, kami ng sister ko, we've been praying for opportunities. Like, sa retreat, we've been inviting them to a couples retreat. So, nung prayer and fasting, we paid for the retreat. Alam mo yun, by faith, sige, Lord, pupunta siya. Parang ganon. Tapos, after prayer and fasting, so, in-invite na namin yung dad ko. Sabi ko, Dad, are you open to attending a retreat? Ganon. Pero parang siya, hindi ayaw niya. He's not ready. So, for me, okay lang. Parang, I know in God's timing, He will open doors. But, perseverance pa rin eh. Parang, timing ni God is not our timing. Diba? And, just like my sister, it took her 10 years to grow. But, I'm sure that, if you continue to pray for opportunities, God will open doors pa rin. So, I pray na parang si God pa rin yung magbigay ng way. But we will still continue to persevere in prayer and continue to share pa rin. Despite the fears and the doubts. And yun, alam ko faithful si God. So,
It's a good thing we can hold on to a faithful God, right? Because I feel like kung ang salvation ay dependent sa efforts natin, we'd all be failures. It's really such an encouragement to know that we only heed the call, but it is really God who answers. It is really God that will open up their hearts, that will really make that seed grow eventually in His perfect time.
That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joyce Pring and also check out www.joycepring.com for the show notes and tag me on social media with you know it at Joyce Pring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!